Before we talk football, I wanted to talk about something I've been thinking about for some time now, and I've been thinking about it since the topic got brought up of players boycotting or protesting or missing games to create change, and that really got me thinking about one, is that our responsibility as a athlete who tries to use his platform to create change? I realize the impact athletes can have, but I feel that that responsibility falls on us by default because athletes and entertainers are the biggest collection of minorities in our country with power and influence. And that led me into thinking about the lack of diversity with the leadership in our country and the decision makers. So these are some statistics I wanted to read. Starting at the top, 24 people lead our president's administration. Only 3 are minorities. There are 9 Supreme Court justices. Only 2 are minorities. There's 8 military chiefs. Only 1 is a minority. There's 25 people that lead the highest or the leading companies in our country. Only 6 are minorities. There's 25 people who head the top universities in our country. Only 1 is a minority. There are 15 people who direct major news organizations. Only 3 are minorities. There's 5 people who are in charge of publishing all the books in our country. None are minorities. There are 10 people who edit most of the magazines in our country. None of them are minorities. 14 people influence most of the music in our country. Only 2 minorities. 25 people run TV networks in our country. Only 3 are minorities. 25 people in charge of fashion companies, the best fashion companies. Only 5 are minorities. There's 99 people who own professional sports teams. Only 6 are minorities. There's 100 people who write laws in our country. Only 9 are minorities. There's 50 people who are governors. We have 50 governors. Only 3 are minorities. So I can continue to read statistic after statistic on the lack of diversity in our leadership, but that's the main thing I've been thinking about and wanted to pose and have people think about as well is creating more diversity in the leadership and the decision makers in our country.
Hey, Eric. I actually want to just comment on what you said. I don't think it should fall on the feet of 20-some-year-olds to boycott their job when the majority of said people are already black. It should not be on black people to speak out just to be vocal about racism. We're not the problem. And here's a stat for you, actually. So 83% of board members at Fortune 500 companies are white. Like, that is a problem in itself. Moving on, to get back to football. I actually asked Fred Warner about Kevin Givens, and Robert Saleh said your playing time is what you've earned. What have you seen from Givens from the start of training camp since he's progressed to right now? And what do you think would allow him to earn more playing time?
Kevin's been amazing. He's a super talented player. Love playing alongside of him and working with him. Kevin is a guy that just needs to get some more experience and get some game reps under his belt. I think he gets better and better every week. So I'm excited to see what he can do, and just taking advantage of his opportunities when he's out there, I think will allow him to be on the field more.
Eric, when you play on the edge, what are the challenges and responsibilities that you have and that you have to face when trying to prevent the quarterback from scrambling and or just gaining yards on design runs? What areas do you guys need to improve on to slow that production down?
Yeah, just continuing to rush, being cognizant of the athletic ability of the quarterback. There's also design plays that teams like to get the quarterback out on the edge and move the pocket. So that's film study and that's kind of knowing and being ready for it. So we can definitely do better in that category, rushing together, and really it just comes to getting them down.
Is that a difficult balance for this defensive line, just given how the philosophy is to be aggressive and upfield? It would seem that would be hard to reconcile with, being cognizant and mindful of your gaps and stuff like that. How do you balance those two ideas?
Yeah, continue to be aggressive, but practicing and planning for and knowing where the quarterback likes to escape and how they escaping through the B gap. Do they like to just run out and roll out? Are they extremely fast, like some guys we've played? So every quarterback's a little different, but that comes with film study and going out there and practicing and playing hard, and being cognizant of who you're playing against.
Hey, Eric. Robert Sala was just in there talking about the challenge in balancing discipline and your instincts when you're on the field. How do you find that balance?
How I find that balance is, in practice, one, getting those reps, two, film study and knowing when you can and when you can't take a shot or just play off instinct, and then really honing in on that and not second guessing yourself. Like when you know something, you know it, and just going with what you know. But it takes reps, repetition, practice, and a lot of studying and film review, breaking down who you're playing against to play extremely fast out there and not be hesitant.
Eric, when you look back at your rookie season to today, can you just talk about the areas where you've really seen that you've grown and what you've done to get to the place that you are today?
Yeah, I think my whole career I've been moving around a lot, so that has made me be super versatile, which I think helps me a lot. Definitely a completely different player than I was, my rookie year playing in a 3-4, 2 gap in, and this is a completely different scheme. So, if you would have asked me when I was a rookie, did I see myself doing, the things I'm doing now? I probably would have said no, but I've, played all up and down the line. I've played nose guard at times, played wide 9 at times, 3 technique, 5 technique. I pretty much played everything. So, and if I'm playing it, I want to be good at it. So, just continue to get better and better and be versatile and allow the coordinator and my team to use me the best way they see fit.
Make sure you subscribe.